Here, I'll talk slowly. Okay, and good evening, everybody. It is Saturday, March 6th, 2021. It is time for the next edition of Star Trek Radio Theater. I'm Dave Mader, coming at you with Star Trek TV and movie reviews on Live Long and Podcast. And this is our next edition of Radio Theater, as mentioned, which we're going to do the original series tonight, script read, The Return of the Archons. It's a first season episode 22. I had never seen this episode until last year when I was doing it in the rewatch. It is now one of my favorite original series episodes, just with how it's a good script, and it's quite bizarre in parts, and just a lot of fun for this kind of a thing. It's from 1967, and this is our 32nd episode overall of Star Trek Radio Theater, our 7th in this second season. This is a story by Gene Roddenberry and Boris Sobelman, with Kevin Millard, Ashley Millard doing script edits and narration edits, as well as myself. I think I threw one in. I'd like to dedicate this show tonight to Walter Gretzky, who just passed away just 2 days ago. It was a dear icon in Canada, and to a number of things that the Live Long and Podcast community and the Super Mader Brothers podcast community, Trivial Debates, we're all kind of involved with USQ and different things. So just wanted to mention that. Adam, are you good to go?
I think so. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Okay, the cast, everyone's good?
Yep.
Checking in. We're good. All right. Let's jump into this next episode. And
we focus on a street. Two men in colonial-style clothing, complete with tricorn hats, are running for their lives. One falls. The second man stops to help him up, and we see that it's Sulu.
O'Neill, we've got to keep going. Come on, get up.
It's no use. They're everywhere.
The captain gave us an order. We've got to find some clue.
It's no use, Mr. Sulu. Look, there's one of them over there. There's another one.
Ominous figures in long red gowns and hoods are slowly advancing on them, carrying long, hollow staffs.
Scouting party to Enterprise. Come in.
What is it, Mr. Zulu?
Captain, beam us up quick. Emergency.
Transporter room, lock onto Zulu and O'Neill. Beam up immediately.
We've got to make a run for it. We can't just stand here.
Mr. O'Neill, stand tight. They'll beam us up any minute.
Run, I tell you. We've got to get out of here. You know what they're capable of.
O'Neill makes a dash for it.
O'Neill!
One of the robed figures reaches Sulu and points his staff at him.
Oh, my!
The staff emits a noise and Sulu stiffens, then relaxes with a smile on his face. The transporter has found a lock, and he beams away. We focus on the transporter room. Sulu has beamed in, still with a ridiculous smile on his face. He wavers on the transporter pad, but corrects himself so he doesn't fall. Kirk enters.
Zulu, what is it? Where's Lieutenant O'Neill?
What? Who?
Lieutenant O'Neill, where is he?
You're not of the body.
Kirk looks concerned and turns to Scott.
Dr. McCoy!
Dr. McCoy, transporter room, quickly.
You did it. They knew we were Archons. These are the clothes they wear, not these.
Sulu throws a bundle at the crewman and takes his jacket off. The frilly pirate shirts that Sulu and O'Neill had worn to disguise themselves were different from the Colonel Sanders bootlace neckties and that the planet residents wear. This gave them away.
Zulu, Take it easy.
Landru. Landru.
Sit down.
Kirk sits Sulu down on the stairs to the transporter pad just as McCoy enters. Sulu is tripping balls.
What happened?
They're wonderful. They're the sweetest, friendliest people in the universe. It's paradise, my friend. Paradise.
Lieutenant O'Neill, where is he?
Paradise. Paradise.
Space. The final frontier. These are the voyagers of the Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Take this way.
Captain's log, stardate 3156.2. While orbiting planet Beta 3, trying to find some trace of the starship Archon that disappeared here 100 years ago, a search party consisting of 2 Enterprise officers was sent to the planet below. Mr. Sulu has returned, but in a highly agitated state. His condition requires I beam down with an additional search detail.
We focus on the street. The extensive away team has landed. They are wearing late 19th century American-style clothes with boot-lace ties and long jackets. Spock has a little cape with the hood raised to cover his ears. He looks ridiculous. Everybody knows only Sulu can pull off the little cape outfits. Kirk has his communicator out.
Materialization completed. Kirk out.
As Kirk closes and puts the communicator away, a man walks slowly past them, hand on his heart and smile on his face. He bows politely and carries on his way.
Odd. The expression on the man's face. The mindlessness. Vacant contentment.
Yeah, like Zulu. If everybody on this planet is like him, let's go.
The landing party begins to walk along the sidewalk, looking around. A man stops to speak to them.
Joy to you, friends!
Joy to you.
You be strangers? Come for the festival, are ya?
Yes.
Got a place to sleep it off? Go to Reger's house. He's got rooms. But you'll have to hurry. It's almost the red hour.
The town hall clock shows a few minutes to 6 o'clock.
This festival starts at 6 o'clock.
Tula!
A woman who was walking by stops.
These folks come for the festival. Your daddy can put them up, can't he?
You're from the valley?
We've just arrived.
My father will be glad to put you up, though. It's right over there. The clock strikes the hour. Suddenly, Tula screams, "Ah! Ah!" People begin to loosen their clothing. Women are carried away by men. There are shouts and screams everywhere.
Tula, come!
Windows are broken. Fights break out. A woman jumps on Kirk and kisses him. People are making out in the streets. It's pandemonium.
Let's get out of here!
They run down the street, dodging items being thrown around and out of storefronts. They run up a set of stairs to double doors and quickly enter. We focus on a hallway. 3 older men turn in surprise.
I am sorry to break it in on you like this. We didn't expect that kind of a welcome.
Welcome? You are strangers?
Yes, that's right. We from the valley.
You came for the festival?
Yes.
Then how come you here?
Are you Reger?
Yes.
You have a daughter named Tula.
Yes.
Well, you'd better do the most amazing thing. She's outside.
I know. It's festival. It's the will of Landru.
Reger, these are young men. They are not old enough to be excused.
They're visitors.
Well, they have no lawgivers in the valley? Why be they not at festival?
We heard that you might have some rooms for us.
There, you see, Hacom? They've merely come looking for a place to rest afterwards.
The red hour is already struck.
Hacom, these be strangers. The valley has different ways.
Do you see that Landru is not everywhere?
No, of course not. It's simply they may have different ways.
They've come looking for shelter. Can I turn them away? Come, please.
But the girl out there.
She's at the festival, as you should be.
Come, please. Hurry.
He leads the way upstairs.
The lawgiver should know.
Surely, Hacom, they already know. Are they not infallible?
You mock them. You mock the lawgivers. And the strangers are not of the body. You will see.
But Hacom...
Hacom leaves the house. We focus on a room. Reger shows them into a sparsely furnished room with bunk beds. He turns up the gas light and goes to a window to open it.
You can return here at close of the festival. It's quiet. You'll have need of rest.
We have no plans to attend the festival, sir.
The hour has struck. You can hear.
I'd like to hear more about this festival and Landru.
Reger is shocked and alarmed. He slams the window shut.
Landru, you ask? You're strange. You scorn festival? Are you?
What about Landru?
Outside are scenes of rioting, willful destruction of property, random violence and lust. Kirk watches from the window. At some point during all of this, Reger has left the room.
Landru. My guess is we have until morning. Let's put the time to use, Doctor, to do atmospheric readings to determine whether there is anything in the air to account for all this. Mr. Lindstrom, correlate all that you've seen with any other psychological parallels, if any. Mr. Spock, you and I have some serious thinking to do. When we leave here tomorrow morning, I want to have a plan of action.
It's the next morning. Kirk apparently didn't get a bunk bed or chair to sleep on. He seems to have spent the night leaning against a bunk, blanket draped over his shoulders. He goes to the window and looks out. There are still signs of last night's debauchery. People are still in the streets acting like idiots. Broken glass and furniture are everywhere. When the town clock strikes 6 a.m., everybody outside stops and then goes on their way as if nothing had happened. Kirk wakes his crew.
Spock. Spock. Lindstrom. Doc.
They hear crying outside and go to investigate. We focus on the hallway. Tula is hysterical. She is being comforted by Reger and Tamar.
No, it's all over now. It's all over now, child. That's all right. Quiet.
Excuse me. McCoy takes the distressed Tula away.
It's all right. It's all over.
You'll give her a shot. I'll calm her down. Trust us.
You didn't even try to bring her back. You donkey! What kind of father are you?
It's Landru's will.
What about Landru? Who is he?
It is true, then. You did not attend the festival last night.
No.
Then you are not of the body. You couldn't be.
We focus on a drawing room. The men enter. McCoy and Spock are in there with Tula. She's asleep.
Are you Archons?
What if we are?
It was said more would follow. If you are indeed...
We must hide them. Quickly, the lawgivers.
We can take care of ourselves.
Landru will know. He will come.
Hacom storms in with two robed figures.
He is the one. He mocked the lawgivers. I heard him.
No, Hacom. It was a jest.
The others, they were here, but they scorned the festival. I saw it.
Tamar, stand clear.
I hear and obey the voice of Landru.
The lawgiver kills him with his staff.
You attacked the body. You have heard the word and disobeyed. You will be absorbed.
What do you mean, absorbed?
There you see? Not of the body.
You will be absorbed. The good is all. Landru is gentle. You will come.
We are not going anywhere.
It is the law. You must come.
I said we are not going anywhere.
The two lawgivers turn and face each other. Spock is fascinated.
Evidently, they're not prepared to deal with outright disobedience. How did you know?
Everything we've seen here so far seems to indicate some sort of compulsive, involuntary stimulus to action.
Your analysis seems logical.
The two lawmakers turn back to Kirk.
It is clear that you simply did not understand. I will rephrase. You are ordered to accompany us to the absorption chambers.
Why did you kill that man?
Out of order. You will obey. It is the word of Landru.
You tell Landru that we'll come in our own time and that we'll speak to him.
Kirk takes the staff from the lawgiver and hands it to Spock for inspection.
You cannot. It is Landru.
Landru.
Hacom leaves quickly.
Fascinating. This is merely a hollow tube. Captain, no mechanism.
They're communing. We have time. Come with me.
Where to?
To a place I know. You'll be safe there. But we must hurry. Landru will come.
They all slip by the Lawgivers, who are just standing there staring into nothingness. We focus on the street. This is the slowest hurrying I've ever seen. They take the time to smile and bow to passers-by.
Quite the festival they had, huh?
Peace.
What do you make of all this?
Totally illogical. Yesterday, without apparent cause or reason, they wrought total havoc. Yet today, now,
Now they back to normal, no?
Morning, friends.
Good morning,
Good morning, Bilar.
Bilar.
morning.
You're the daughter. Your daughter. That's the man.
No, it wasn't Bilar. It was Landru. Let's hurry. We haven't much time.
They are still hurrying slowly. After a few paces, the passers-by stop and stare.
It's too late. Look,
What is this? What is it?
Landru. He's summoning the body.
Telepathy, Captain?
The people pick up weapons from the debris in the street.
Faces on stun. Which way, Reger?
Perhaps through there. But Landru.
We'll handle Landru. Just get us out of this.
They actually begin to hurry this time, jogging along the street. Suddenly they are in an alley and surrounded.
I don't want to hurt them. Warn them back.
They're in the body. It's Landru.
Faces on stun. Wide field. Fire.
They drop the first wave, but more come.
Fire.
They head off down the alley.
Security.
Captain! McCoy stops to check one of the men stunned with the phasers.
Lieutenant O'Neill. He's one of our men.
Not anymore. He's been absorbed.
Bring him along.
The lieutenant is one of them. When he wakes, Landru will find us through him. Leave him there. He's our enemy. He's been absorbed.
Captain, now that we've got Lieutenant O'Neill, let's beam up out of here.
We still don't know what happened to the Archons. Which way? Bring him along.
They take off, dragging an unconscious O'Neill with them, before the rest of the armed mob catches up to them. We focus on a chamber. Reger leads them into a building made of massive stones. He goes over to a corner and unwraps a flat panel, which gives off light. McCoy points out a spot in the corner to put O'Neill down. Put him over there.
A lightning panel.
Amazing in this culture.
Comes from a time before Landru.
Before Landru? How long ago was that?
Nobody knows positively. Some say as long as 6,000 years ago.
It took a very advanced technology to construct a device like this, inconsistent with this environment.
But not inconsistent with what we've seen. Security!
Kirk points behind him, indicating he wants 2 security officers to stand guard. Spock is scanning the area.
Those staffs, hollow tubes. Antenna for some sort of broadcast power. What is it, Mr. Spock?
Strong power generations, Captain. Near here, but radiating in all directions.
McCoy has finished his examination of O'Neill. He'll be coming around soon, Captain.
He must not. He's been absorbed.
Absorbed?
The body absorbs its enemies. It only kills when it has to. When the first Archons came, they were free, out of control, opposing the will of Landru. Many were killed. Many more were absorbed. When he regains consciousness, Landru will find us through him. And if others come...
What is this, others?
Those like you and me, who resist Landru.
And underground, how are you organized?
In trees. Myself, Tamar, who's dead now, and one other.
Who?
I don't know. Tamar was my contact.
Give me a decision, Captain. He's coming out of it.
He must not regain consciousness. He'll destroy us all. He's of the body.
Give him a shot. Keep him asleep. Reger, I want some answers. This underground. If Landru is so powerful, how do you survive?
I don't know, Captain. Some of us escaped the directives. Not many, but a few. It was that way when the first Archons came.
The Archons. Tell me more about them.
They had invaded the body, but they resisted the will of Landru. You see, Landru had pulled them down from the skies.
Put them down from the skies? A starship? Mr. Spock, those power readings you took, are they?
Powerful enough to destroy a starship? Affirmative.
Dr. Enterprise, come in.
We focus on the bridge. Mr. Scott is at Uhura's station.
Captain, we're under attack. There are heat beams of some kind coming up from the planet's surface.
Status report.
Our shields are holding, but they're taking our power. If we try to warp out and move on impulse, we'll lose our shields and burn up like that damn candle.
Orbit condition.
Checking.
He leaves Uhura's station and checks a few readings at the helm.
We're going down, Captain, unless you can get those beams off us so we can use our engines. We're due to hit the atmosphere in less than 12 hours.
We focus on the chamber.
Keep your shields up. Do everything you can to maintain orbit. We'll try and locate the source of the beam and stop it here.
Impossible to break away. I've tried the emergency bypass circuits and haven't been effective.
The conversation ends in a crackle of radio static. Kirk tries to adjust his communicator but is unable to get Scotty back. Spock is still scanning the area.
Captain,
What is it?
sensor beams very strong. We're being probed in this direction.
Landru.
Block them out. Too strong, Captain. Can't be blocked.
Oh.
Reger gets worried and adopts a prayer pose as the image of a tall, elegant man draped in robes appears against a wall.
I am Landru.
Projection, Captain. Unreal.
Yes, but beautiful, Mr. Spock. With no apparatus at this end, huh?
You have come as destroyers. You bring an infection.
You're holding my ship. I demand that you release it.
You have come to a world without hate, without fear, without conflict, no war, no disease, no crime, none of the ancient evils. Landru seeks tranquility, peace for all, the universal good.
We mean you no harm. Ours is a mission of peace and goodwill.
The good must transcend the evil. It shall be done. So has it been since the beginning.
He doesn't hear you, Captain.
Lindstrom pulls his phaser out and points it at the Landru projection.
Maybe he'll hear this.
Put that away. Landru, listen to me.
You will be absorbed. Your individuality will merge with the unity of the good. And in your submergence into the common of the body, you will find contentment and fulfillment. You will experience the absolute good.
Oh,
A sound permeates the room. And knocks everyone out.
Captain's log, stardate 3157.4. The Enterprise, still under attack by some sort of heat rays from the surface of Beta 3, is now being commanded by Engineering Officer Scott. The shore party has been taken by the creature called Landru.
We focus on the prison. Kirk wakes up in a chamber very much like the previous one, constructed of large stone blocks. His communicator and phaser are gone. He looks around in an attempt to find a way out. There is a stone door that has no handle on the inside. He is unsuccessful in finding an escape. He wakes his crew.
Mr. Spock, wake up. Mr. Leslie,
Where's Dr. McCoy?
he is gone when I woke up, along with the other guard and Mr. O'Neill.
I should say they've been here and been removed.
Where is he?
Evidently a maximum security establishment. Are you armed?
Oh no, all phasers are gone. I checked.
Spock heads to the handleless door.
That's locked.
Oh, does my head ache?
The natural result of being subjected to a hypersonic.
Oh, is that what it was?
Sound waves. Stronger, they might have killed us. As it was, they merely rendered us unconscious.
Enough analysis. Let's think of a way to get out of here. What about the Lawgiver's inability to cope with the unexpected?
We shouldn't depend on that happening again, Captain. In a society as well organized as this one seems to be, I cannot conceive of such an oversight going uncorrected. Interesting, however, the reaction to your defiance was remarkably similar to the reaction of a computer when fed insufficient or contradictory data.
Are you suggesting that the Lawgivers are mere computers? That they aren't even human?
Quite human, Captain. It's simply that all the facts are not in yet. There are gaps.
The door opens and a Lawgiver escorts McCoy and O'Neill in, then leaves them again.
Doc, how?
Hello, friend. We were told to wait here.
Doc!
Can I help you, friend?
You don't know me.
We all know one another. And Landru.
Like Sulu.
Think, man. The Enterprise, the ship. Remember?
You speak very strangely, friend. Are you from away?
You don't remember? No?
Ask Landru. He remembers. He knows. and he watches. You are strange. Are you not of the body? The door opens again, and the lawgiver points his staff at Kirk.
Come,
No.
then you will die.
You've been corrected, Captain. You'd better go.
All right. Work on bones. See if you can't.
Come.
Kirk leaves with the lawgivers.
Dr. McCoy, what will happen to him?
He goes to joy, peace, and tranquility. He goes to meet Landru. Happiness is to all of us. Blessed by Landru. We focus on the absorption chamber. Kirk is secured to the wall by his wrists. A stout, bald man comes in and relieves the lawgiver on duty.
I am Marplon. It is your hour. Happy communing.
With thanks. Happy communing.
Marplon steps into the control booth and presses a few buttons. The lights dim around Kirk and the booth begins to spin. We focus on the prison. Spock is attempting to mind meld with McCoy.
Well,
Impossible. He's under extremely powerful control.
are we just going to stand here?
Little else we can do, unless you can think of a way to get through that door.
Well, this is simply ridiculous. A bunch of Stone Age characters running around in robes.
And apparently commanding powers far beyond our comprehension. Not simple, not ridiculous. Very, very dangerous.
The door opens, and this time the lawgiver points his staff at Spock.
You come.
We focus on the absorption chamber. Kirk is released and saunters over to Spock with an insane smile on his face.
Joy to you, friend. Peace and contentment will fill you. You will know the peace of Landru.
Kirk leaves, and Spock is fastened to the wall for his treatment. The lights waver as the lawgivers leave Marplon to his work.
Have no fear, friend. The effect is harmless. My name is Marplon. I was too late to save your first two friends. They have been absorbed. Beware of them.
Spock is released.
What about the captain?
He is unharmed, unchanged. I am the third man in Reger's triad. We have been awaiting your return.
We are not Archons, Marplon.
Whatever you may call yourselves, you are in fulfillment of prophecy. We ask your help.
Where is Reger?
He will join us. He is immune to absorption. Hurry. We have not much time.
Who is Landru?
I cannot answer your questions now, Landru. He will hear. Here are your weapons. You may need them.
The lawgivers enter.
Behave, as you saw your captain behave. It is done.
Spock walks to the lawmakers. He is acting calm and content, but doesn't have the ridiculous smile on his face.
Joy be with you. Peace and contentment.
We focus on the prison. Spock has returned.
Captain,
Peace and tranquility to you. Are you all right?
quite all right. Be careful of Dr. McCoy.
I understand. Landru.
I am formulating a theory, Captain.
And?
McCoy gets up and moves closer to hear. Spock notices.
Not here, Doctor. Not here. The doctor.
You speak in strange whispers. This is not the way of Landru.
Joy be yours and tranquility, my friend.
And peace and harmony. Are you of the body?
The body is one.
Blessed be the body, and health to all of its parts.
My friends.
Kirk leads Spock and Lindstrom away from McCoy.
What is your theory, Mr. Spock?
This is a soulless society, Captain. It has no spirit, no spark. All is indeed peace and tranquility. The peace of the factory, the tranquility of the machine. All parts working in unison.
Ah, and when something unexplained happens, the routine is disrupted.
Until new orders are received. The question is, who gives those orders?
Landru.
There is no Landru, Captain. Not in the human sense.
You're thinking the same thing I am thinking, Mr. Spock? The plug must be pulled.
Sir?
Landru must die.
Captain, our prime directive of non-interference.
That refers to a living, growing culture. Do you think this is one?
Marplon and Reger enter. McCoy stands and greets them. Joy to you all, friends.
It is the gift of Landru.
Marplon and Reger walk over to Kirk, Spock, and Lindstrom.
I've brought your signaling devices. You may need them.
What we need is more information about Landru.
This makes Marplon and Reger nervous. They cut him off and start shaking their heads.
You said you wanted to help us.
The prophecy says.
Never mind what the prophecy says. If you want to be liberated from Landru, we'll need your help.
Captain,
You're not of the body?
Peace.
You're not!
To you, my friend. Joy and tranquility.
Lawgivers!
Peace.
Lawgivers! Traitor! Traitors! Traitors! McCoy starts to choke Kirk. O'Neill gets up to help McCoy, and Spock quickly knocks him down.
Doc! I don't want to hurt you.
Traitors! Kirk manages to get a sleeper hold on McCoy, and he passes out.
Spock!
Two more lawgivers enter. Kirk judo chops his into submission. Spock knocks his out with a single punch to the face. Kirk is amused.
Isn't that somewhat old-fashioned? Robes?
They undress the lawgivers and put on their robes.
Where's Landru?
No, no!
Where do we find him?
We do not see him, we hear him in the Hall of Audiences.
In his building?
Yes.
You're going to have to take us there.
The two men are terrified at the prospect.
Spock, call the Enterprise.
No!
Snap out of it. Start acting like men.
Spock to Enterprise. Status report.
Mr. Spock, I have been trying to reach you.
Report, Scott.
The orbit's still decaying. I'll give it 6 hours, more or less. Those heat beams are still on us. You've got to cut them off, Mr. Spock, or we'll cook one way or another.
Scotty, stand by. We're doing the best we can. How's Mr. Sulu?
He's peaceful enough, but he worries me.
Put a guard on him.
On Sulu,
That's in order. Watch him. Captain out.
Captain,
Spock hands Kirk a phaser.
All right. About Landru.
there was a war, convulsions. The world was destroying itself. Landru was our leader. He saw the truth. He changed the world. He took us back to a simple time, a time of peace and tranquility.
What happened to him?
He's still alive. He is here now. He sees, he hears. We have destroyed ourselves. Please, no more.
You said you wanted freedom. It's time you learned that freedom is never a gift. It has to be earned. Come on. We're going to find Landru.
No, I was wrong. I submit. I bear myself to the will of Landru.
It's too late for that.
No, lawgivers, help me, help me.
Reger freaks out and Spock neck pinches him.
All right. It's up to you. Take us to Landru.
This
We focus on the Hall of Audiences. Marplon walks down a hallway. Kirk and Spock, in their lawgiver robes, follow behind him. They stop as they reach the door.
is the Hall of Audiences.
Open it.
But this is Landru.
Open it.
Marplon takes a deep bow, and the door opens outwards. They enter the empty room.
Landru speaks here.
Kirk and Spock remove the robes and leave the staffs propped by the open door.
Landru. Landru. We are the Archons. We are the Archons. We've come to speak. We are the Archons. We want to talk to you.
Landru! He comes.
The Landru projection appears on the far wall.
Landru! He comes.
Despite my efforts to save you, you have invaded the body, and you are causing great harm.
We have no intention of causing any harm.
Obliteration is necessary. The infection is strong. For the good of the body, you must die. It is great sorrow.
We do not intend to die.
All who saw you, all who know of your presence must be excised. The memory of the body will be cleansed.
Listen to me,
useless, Captain. A projection.
Mr. Mr. Spock. Let's have a look at the projector.
They both use their phasers to blast a hole in the wall. Behind the hole, there is a room filled with big, boxy computers with lots of blinking and flashing lights.
Of course, it had to be. Landru.
A machine. This whole society is a machine's concept of perfection, peace, harmony.
Yes, but it has no soul.
I am Landru. You have intruded.
Pull out its plug, Mr. Spock.
Before they can press the buttons on their phasers, there is a high-pitched sound.
Your devices have been neutralized. So shall it be with you. I am Landru.
Landru died 6,000 years ago.
I am Landru. I am he. I all that he was. I am. His experience, his knowledge.
But not his wisdom. He may have programmed you, but he could not have given you a soul. You are a machine.
Your statement is irrelevant. You will be obliterated. The good of the body is the prime directive.
The good of the body, Captain. That's the key.
Yes. What is the good?
I am Landru.
Landru is dead. You are a machine. A question has been put to you. Answer it.
The good is harmonious continuation of the body. The good is peace, tranquility. The good of the body is the directive.
Then I put it to you that you have disobeyed the prime directive. You are harmful to the body.
The body is. It exists. It is healthy.
The body is dying. You are destroying it.
Do you ask a question?
What have you done to do justice to the full potential of every individual of the body?
Insufficient data.
Without freedom of choice, there is no creativity. Without creativity, there is no life. The body dies. The fault is yours.
Are you aiding the body or are you destroying it?
I'm not programmed to answer that question.
Lawgivers enter the Hall of Audiences.
Landru! Guide us, Landru!
Kirk draws his phaser.
Not necessary, Captain. They have no guidance, possibly for the first time in their lives.
Landru, answer the question.
Peace, order, and tranquility are maintained. The body lives, but I reserve creativity to me.
Then the body dies. Creativity is necessary for the health of the body.
This is impossible.
Is this truly Landru?
What's left of him, after he built and programmed this machine 6,000 years ago.
You must create the good. That is the will of Landru, nothing else.
But there is evil.
Then evil must be destroyed. That is the prime directive. And you are the evil.
I think I live.
You are the evil. The evil must be destroyed. Fulfill the prime directive.
Smoke starts to rise from the base of the main computer bank.
You!
Landru, help me!
You are the evil. Fulfill the prime directive.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Fire breaks out and things go bang. The machine dies in a puff of smoke. Kirk and Spock step briefly into the computer room to inspect the destroyed Landru.
Well, Marplon, you are on your own now. I hope you're up to it. And you can get rid of those silly robes. If I were you, I'd start looking for another job, huh? Kirk to Enterprise, come in.
Captain, are you all right?
What about the ship?
We focus on the bridge.
The heat rays are gone. Captain and Mr. Sulu is back to normal.
Sulu is back on the bridge.
Relieving you.
He pats a crew member at the helm on the shoulder and then takes his usual station. We focus on the Hall of Audiences.
Excellent, Scotty. Stand by to beam up landing party. Let's go see how the others are doing. Marplon can finish up here. Captain's log, stardate 3158.7. The Enterprise is preparing to leave Beta 3 in star system C111. Sociologist Lindstrom is remaining behind with a party of experts who will help restore the planet's culture to a human form.
We focus on the bridge. Kirk is in his chair, Spock by his side.
Marvelous.
What?
The late Landru, Captain. A marvelous feat of engineering. A computer capable of directing the lives of millions of human beings.
But only a machine, Mr. Spock. The original Landru programmed it with all his knowledge, but he couldn't give it his wisdom, his compassion, his understanding, his soul. Mr. Spock?
Predictably metaphysical. I prefer the concrete, the graspable, the provable.
You'd make a splendid computer, Mr. Spock.
That is very kind of you, Captain. Captain! Mr. Lindstrom from the surface! Buck, buck!
Yes, Lindstrom.
I just wanted to say goodbye, Captain.
How's it going?
Couldn't be better. Already this morning, we've had a half dozen domestic quarrels and 2 genuine knockdown dragouts. It may not be paradise, but it's certainly human.
Sounds promising. Good luck.
How often mankind has wished for a world as peaceful and secure as the one Landru provided.
Yes, and we never got it. Just lucky, I guess.
And yes, that concludes the airing of, or the reading of Star Trek, the original series, The Return of the Archons, here on Star Trek Radio Theater. I want to bring in first our cast here, who did such a great job tonight. Captain Kirk, Tom, Mott, Tyrell himself. Mott, great job as your German Eastern European Captain Kirk. What was going on with him? But it was great. I liked it. It was fun. Also bringing in right there next to me, my wife Jane, who was our Mr. Spock tonight. She's kind of sliding around here. We're around the desk.
I wasn't sure if you're going to use the other camera.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if what you want. Yeah, but it's okay. We could share.
I'm slowly shuffling over.
And also, let's bring in our Dr. McCoy, who was, she turned on them. On them, she was, traitors. We also had here Kevin Millard in the role. Oh, sorry, you were also Tula. I forgot to mention you were you were attending festival.
Yes.
Along with one of my characters.
It was not good for my character.
It was not good for Tula.
No.
No, Tula. I don't think any of the citizens of Beta 9 were doing too well. But Kevin, you were one of those. You were her dad, Reger, or Reger, or Reger. There was like multiple pronunciations of your character. Plus, you were Scotty. I loved your Scotty, by the way. It was awesome. Very, very, very good. The poor was
poor.
You gotta get that poor.
I said that when we started watching the episode. I'm like, I hope he says power in this somewhere.
Yeah, he probably does. It's Scotty. As well. Yeah, you were Scotty and Reger or Reger. I call him Reger because it's my character says his name first. But and then we also had Adam Woodward here playing the role. Where's Adam? There we go. Adam Woodward in the role of Marplon, and Hacom, who was like more of the accuser, and there was also you had O'Neill, right? You were Lieutenant O'Neill at the beginning with Sulu running through the streets. Great job with all your characters. Really loved them all. They were a lot of fun. And also Jeff Mader, let's bring him in here. He was playing the role of Lindstrom, not the Detroit Red Wings defenseman, but this sociologist Lindstrom. As well as some other characters. Sulu. Oh my.
Relieving you. That was one of my favorite parts.
Relieving you. Yeah, it was better than George
Everything
Takei's
with
original.
Sulu has to have a sexual connotation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and you were also the fallen Tamar, who was just trying to, resist. And then there was also myself, I was a few parts. I was Landru. I was the Lawgiver. I was Bilar. Did you like my Bilar?
Great Bilar.
Yeah, it was great.
Are you going to festival? Yeah, that's my Bilar. Just like sort of like not quite a real person in any way. Then we also had And how was the Landru? How were the filters on the two?
Really good.
Oh, they sounded
They
good. Yeah.
sounded great.
Really good.
Okay, good. Because I wasn't sure if I tested them out earlier. I was like, I think that these will work because I was switching them up near the end. Great job. This was a lot of fun. Mott, you had a ton of friggin' dialogue in this. You were pretty.
Kirk just don't shut up.
No, Kirk never shuts up. And in this one, especially first season, I think even more
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
than in other seasons. A lot going on in this. This was great. Jane, what was your favorite part?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I thought Mott did a great job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
You
You
and
really
you
did.
and Mott as Kirk and Spock, I thought was good.
That's my buddy.
Yeah, you were going. Yeah, and then McCoy, like, you are not of the body. You speak straight.
I was also happy to see the return of Chicken Uhura.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
One line.
That was a last minute edit there that I'm like, oh, I can be the chicken again for one line.
Yeah, that won't be confused with Spock. That was good. I don't know. Like I was that Bilar was so much fun to play. I wanted more lines.
Yeah, I think you should
Yeah.
find a character in another episode that you can do as Bilar.
Bilar as this character. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be my new thing. Yeah. Okay, well that's Return of the Archons. I great job, everybody. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Any other I'll plug the other shows, but we can get off the air and everything. But and get ready for next week. We're doing Next Generation next week, and we already picked the episode. We're doing we're doing the one. Sorry, I don't even know the name of it right now off the top of my head. It's the one where the Molly O'Brien is born in that episode. Do you know the one I mean?
Oh, yes.
The
No.
string the filament.
Yeah,
That one.
the filament hits the ship.
The string filament.
Worf delivers the
Worf
baby.
delivers the baby.
Yeah.
You may know
Yeah,
that. That's
Worf-
one of my
It's
mom's
for-
favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Frere Jacques. Frere Jacques.
Frere Jacques. We're doing Frere
Yeah.
Jacques.
Yeah.
The,
So-
the Captain Picard Day one.
Yeah.
Disaster.
There's a
That's
lot
what it's
of good
called.
things in that
Disaster?
Yeah, it's
episode.
a good episode.
Good
It's a
episode.
disaster. I couldn't remember the name of the episode named Disaster. A teleplay by Ronald D. Moore, a story by Ron Jarvis and Philip A. Scorza. It's going to be a great one. I think this is a bottle episode, but it's character driven.
We
It's all dialogue.
Rolaren. We haven't had Rolaren. Like we haven't done that yet.
I don't
Yeah.
think we've done Rolaren since like maybe the original read we did way back.
Conundrums.
Conundrum,
Yeah.
which was kind of like our proto
That's
pilot.
our unaired pilot.
Yes.
Pilot. That's our version of the cage.
Yes.
So we're gonna do that one. We'll scramble up the roles, of course, and get into a whole new cast for that one. But that's got a bunch of kid characters. It's got a whole bunch of it's got basically 3 different storylines about a ship that's kind of like wrecked and people can't escape their sections and they all have to problem solve. And it will work really well for us because it's just dialogue.
It's a good episode. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good. I'm looking forward to doing that one. Probably next Saturday. Hopefully we get the Chans back in. Happy birthday to their daughter Erin. And just to plug all of our other shows. Tuesdays we do Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Jeff, you're the commander, maybe soon to be promoted to captain of Deep Space Nine. How's everything going on Tuesdays?
Tuesdays, Deep Space 9 at 9ish, come for the the fun facts with Jeff, the double F with Jeff. But stay for
The ratings.
the ratings
The rating.
because they're getting better.
They're getting better and they've been revamped.
Yes. Adam, on Wednesdays, we have original series rewatches with my dad and you and Jeff and Jody. I can't remember the one we have this week. Do you remember? I think you picked it, right?
No, I didn't take it, but
We're doing. I forgot it. Operation.
Annihilate.
We're doing. No, it's Operation Earth, or what's it called? Assignment
Earth.
Assignment
Assignment
Earth with
Oh, Gary 7.
Gary 7, who I've only seen
I
bits
love
of
this
this.
episode.
I don't think I'm going to like this.
And I think it's the cat. The woman turns into a cat.
No, this
cat
is
again.
okay. We're gonna see. We're gonna talk about that on Wednesday. Check that out. And
Dave, we always get brought back in time by your dad. I love that part.
Yeah, it's always like, Dave, in the 1960s, when they catcalled the women walking by, that was just normal. Maybe, but it's kind of worth noting.
We watched it once. That was it. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. We didn't think people would watch it again.
Yeah, we watched it. It was God of our life. We moved on to the next thing. There was a hockey game on or something.
We didn't dwell on it. So check that out if you want to, where we psychoanalyze issues from 60 years ago or 50 years ago, I guess. And also we have all our back catalog of other shows, Discovery, Lower Decks, and Picard, and different shows. And we're eventually, when we have the other new shows coming out, Disco, Adam, and Michael and I, we did all the Disco season 3. There's a lot of great stuff over there. Check it out in our back catalog, including the movies. And what else am I forgetting? Anything else? I think that's it for Live Long and Podcast. And then we have Super Mater Brothers Podcasting, where right now Jamil and I are doing 3 times a week Big Brother Canada, which just got started last week. If you haven't started watching that on Global TV or online, check it out, because it's a great social experiment. And Jamil and I break down every episode each week. We also have things where Jeff and I talked about Westworld. We also have Big Brother USA 22 that we did this past summer. So there's other shows. We're also going to be bringing you next week. It's a special announcement. We're going to be doing a special WandaVision MCU recap podcast. Me, Ashley, and Jamil, and maybe somebody else. We'll see. Release us 3. I know that for next Friday, right? Is that what we said? We're going to be doing a full WandaVision season 1. If it is a season 2, I think they're going to be in season 2 now. Probably. We're going to be breaking that all down, the whole season. Have you watched it yet, Ashley, at all?
No. The last
you haven't watched it all.
I'm gonna binge watch it all in one day.
Oh wow!
You can watch it all at once. We're
I'm
done.
gonna watch it like a long ass movie.
Yeah.
Well,
you might want to come in for that one.
Oh, I don't have the Marvel knowledge. I've seen all the Marvel movies, but man, I'm just I don't know.
Well, maybe
we'll see.
And then also Trivial Debates, where Jeff hosted the last one at the end of February. We had Jamil and Chris and Jessica Chan competing. That was a great episode. If you haven't checked that out yet, make sure to do so. And that's it. I think we'll say goodnight and thank you for watching and subscribing, liking, and all those kinds of things. And we hope to see you and hear from you in the future. Okay, well then, from all of us here at Live Long and Podcast, Live Long and Podcast.
Live Long and Podcast.
All right.